Hey y'all, today I'm going to be talking straight from the heart. No notes, nothing. I'm just going to close my laptop right now actually, and I'm going to tell you guys something very serious. Self-improvement can be your downfall or it can be your greatest achievement, but you have to make sure you do one thing right, right? No matter how many cold showers you take, no matter how much push-ups or workouts you put in, right? Or how good you eat, all that means nothing if you don't trust God, if you don't have a relationship with God, if you're simply just doing the good things, right? Waking up early, putting in the work, that's all great things, right? But without God, I'm telling you, it's useless because you'll know that there's something empty inside of you. You know that there's an empty feeling in your soul. And if you don't have a relationship with God, if you don't regularly spend time with the Lord and develop that personal relationship with God, then eventually we'll start to feel empty. You'll start to feel like, is this all there is to life? I wake up at 4 a.m., right? I get to work. I do 6 hours of work. I make some money, right? But what's the point of life? I'm not really growing in my spirit. I feel like I'm just doing these things and I feel like I'm running on a hamster wheel. I'll be honest with you guys. I felt that way many times, right? There's times when I've woken up early in the morning and I've just went straight to work. I didn't even pray, right? And I realized those were the days that felt the most empty because I was putting my work above God. I was putting those things first and not my relationship with God. But every single morning that I've waken up and I've opened my Bible or I've started praying first thing in the morning, those are the days that felt the most fulfilling. Those are the days where I helped the most people. Those are the days where I made the most impact. And until you realize this simple truth that without God, all the self-improvement things you do is meaningless. Let me show you guys a verse actually. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 4 verses 8. It says, "There is a man all alone. He had neither son nor brother. There was no end to his toil. Yet his eyes were not content with wealth." With his wealth, right? He said, "For whom am I toiling? This too. Why am I depriving myself of enjoyment?" Some of you guys are working yourselves to the bone for no reason. You just work hard because people say you're supposed to do that, right? But you realize this is not taking me anywhere. I feel empty inside. I feel like I'm doing this for nothing, right? And when you die and you don't have a relationship with God, all the things you acquired is going to be given to somebody else that probably doesn't even deserve it, right? Let's say you give it to your kids, but you didn't train them how to manage money in a godly way. They're going to squander all the wealth you've made in all these years. And since you didn't focus on God, you'll be left with nothing. So I'm giving you guys this video as a warning. Right now I'm in New York City and I'm on vacation, but the work never stops. I still got to post for you guys because I realized that even when I'm on vacation, right, and I'm not working, I don't feel happy because I'm not doing anything purposeful. I'm just going around town eating nice food and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean anything if I don't help anybody. So I'm telling you guys, those of you guys that want to be financially free, I'm not saying I'm financially free. I'm nowhere near that right now, right? But I'm just saying that if that's your goal, right, make sure that you are truly seeking God's purpose for your life first, because that's what's really going to make you happy. You think that going around traveling and stuff like that is going to bring you joy? No. Every time I go on vacation or I go traveling and I don't do anything meaningful, then it just feels empty, right? Hello. So what I'm telling you guys is that you have to make sure that you have something purposeful. Hello, how are you doing? You have to make sure you're doing something purposeful. Otherwise, you'll feel like your life is empty. So with that said, I'll cut the video short. I got to go back inside. I got to go to bed. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to comment down below. I will seek the Lord first, and I will not put my material success first, because these things aren't as important as your relationship with God. All right. So with that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to cop the Peace Over Promise merchandise down below. It'll be linked in the description, and you guys will probably see it somewhere on the screen right here. But if you want me to personally help you, personally pour into you, and personally give you value, right, click the top link in the description, and I will help you personally to get to the best version of yourself. All right. But with that said, in a world full of problems, choose peace.